Hi, folks. Here we are, the last segment of Why I Hate Enter the Dragon, concentrating on the fighting styles of the three main characters, and we are finally up to Lee. I'm going to skip the obvious parts that we know. Don't want this to have a lot of length, but I do want to concentrate on something that most people never consider about Lee's character. Okay? We know that he's fast. Well, no, actually, starting off, we know that he is an eclectic fighter. The traditional styles of the Shaolin Temple, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys who study this out there, are the five animal systems. Traditional styles. Lee comes out in these Kempo gloves that can punch and that can grab, and shows right away that he has an eclectic style, which is a kind of kickboxing with acrobatics involved. If he learned that at the Shaolin Temple, must have been a special school, but I'm guessing that his character came up with that on his own. So he can think out of the box. Very important uh, skill for a fighter, and you have to have a certain amount of athleticism to pull it off also, which he does. Shows also that he was very adept at striking, kicking, and also throwing and grappling because he does the whole submission hold. Okay, moving right along, we see him employ that style against O'Hara, especially when he does the graceful Pele-esque bicycle kick. Clearly, Lee is skillful. He's fast, and he's strong, and he's accurate. That's a triple threat. Whatever he aims at, he hits. And although O'Hara is one of Han's main henchmen, he takes him out with ease. That's saying something for the ability of a fighter. Okay? So we also see that Lee's character has a killer instinct. He eliminates the threat of O'Hara, and I feel that he didn't have to kill him. Maybe he was conflicted. Maybe I'm looking at, I'm remembering his expression when he jumped into his chest. Maybe that was something that he didn't want to do, and he had some kind of internal conflict going on because of his Shaolin Temple training. I'm willing to consider that, but he does it anyway. In fact, Lee consistently goes against his Shaolin principles, and it's maybe because he's been sent there to discipline or get revenge on Han, and also he recently found out about his sister's death, the manner in which he's killed. So he's in conflict, I will grant him that. But he's also a cruel fighter, and I'm going to cut right to this fight with Han. When they're in Han's museum, Lee is beating the snot out of Han. I mean, he is out kicking him right off the bat. 3, 4 kicks, dead in the face. Here's this guy with a flying kick, dead in the face. He hits this guy with a crescent kick that's so incredibly fast, it knocks Han directly out of the picture frame like a cartoon. Here comes the juicy part. Han gets up. He's staggering. He's groggy. He's out on his feet. He's even groaning incoherently. This is a 60-year-old man who's just gotten beat up by a Shaolin 30-year-old monk full of testosterone and juice. Stands no chance. The fight is over. But instead of ending the fight quickly, Lee does a cat and mouse thing with the guy. He walks up to the guy, gets him in a reverse headlock, kicks him with his back leg, spins him, and hits him in the face. At that point, he could have just knocked him over with the feather. But what Lee does instead, he backs up, gets in a stance, and gives Han time to recover because he wants to put more beat up on him. That's very un-Shaolin-like. As a fighter, though, it seems that, how can I even say it? There's no other way to say it. He's a cruel fighter. That was just very cruel. And the crescendo of all this is he kicks an old man onto a spear and ends the fight. And that's it. Listen, it's obvious. I can't even do an analysis on the character Lee's ability because Han said it all. Your skills are extraordinary, and they are in every way. Extraordinary in terms of speed, extraordinary in terms of power, extraordinary in terms of grappling, extraordinary in terms of using weapons. But you got a cruel streak. It seems like you mastered the physical arts, but you failed to master your emotions. In my opinion, Lee's character, the fatal flaw in his character, is that he's pissed the entire movie. Seems like he didn't really want to go to the island to participate in the tournament. He had to be coaxed. He recently finds out about his sister's death. He's pissed off about that. And he's pissed off throughout the movie. He's pissed off throughout the movie, in my opinion. Really. And one of the things you're supposed to learn at the Shaolin Temple is to control yourself. Control your emotions. Control your passions. You're supposed to come out of there being the ideal human being. He might be a good fighter, but he needs to be a better human. Just my opinion. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I have. It was unexpected. Ordinarily, I use my channel for art, to showcase that, to give art instruction to interested parties. I was a professional caricature artist, entertainer, but I'm also a martial artist. Those are my two loves, martial art and visual art. And I hope that you guys will take time to look at the visual art that's also on this channel and the things that I have to say about that, because that is also one of my passions. It might not have been why you originally came here, but I hope with this series you don't leave here, that you'll continue to tune in and see what I'm doing. Who knows, I might just do another impromptu movie review, this time when I'm well, not when I'm sick and coughing and sniffing with the watery bloodshot eyes. Maybe I'll just do a straight up video analysis, or maybe make a new channel for that. This certainly has been a learning experience for me, very enjoyable one, and I hope to be able to do more in the future. So this is Elgin, Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. Now that's what I ordinarily say, but I'll change things. This is Elgin, Subway Surfer Bowling, your martial artist. I'll work on it. Trying to say goodbye here.